Well, hey guys. I know you can just barely see me trying to get it so that it doesn't white out so bad. That's better. So, anyway, I'm out in the middle of nowhere, and me, being the person that I am, wanting to make better videos for you guys. So I deleted all the songs that were on my Spotify, so I had more room on the phone, so I can make better videos for you guys. So, anyway, now I'm out in the middle of nowhere. I don't have any internet. I can't play anything. So I was like, well, what am I going to do? And I thought, well, you know what? I have not added to the greatest road trip story in about a week. So I figured I would add to it right now. I think when I last left off, we were in Colorado, coming down from Eisenhower Tunnel. We'd just gone through Eisenhower Tunnel. We were coming down from Eisenhower Tunnel, and my uncle was breathing real heavy because of the elevation. So we got to the top of Eisenhower Tunnel, and I floored it going down the hill, and come for curve, go to the next curve, just like that. So, wind's blowing me around a little bit today, so I gotta be a little bit careful. But anyway, we get down below about 10,000 feet. Uncle Kenneth starts breathing better. And we kind of just cruised at that point. It was fairly easy driving. We were stopping about every 200 miles, every 100 miles or so, putting fuel in. We weren't going real far. We were putting about $50 in at the time. And the reason, I think I said the reason was my uncle was worried about getting chased down by the police. So we were only charging about $50 at a time because we were using my grandmother's credit card. The card wasn't in his name, wasn't in my name. So it was in my grandmother's name. And I think if the police really hadn't found us, they probably would have been like, oh, okay, and they would have understood. So, but just to be on the safe side, he didn't want to do that. And we were about halfway down the mountain. We're kind of starting to get into like the Denver area, and kind of starting to just on the outskirts. We're still up on the mountain. We're just on the outskirts of getting into Denver. And we got to pull off and go to this gas station. So we pull off, a highway. At the time, you didn't have cell phones to tell you where the next gas station was. So you relied on those white signs, those blue signs on the side of the highway to kind of tell you where everything was at. So we see the sign that says, hey, gas station, next right. So we get off, I think it was at Texaco. And we go up, and it goes up the hill. Well, as we're going up the hill, I noticed, so did he, that there was the on-ramp, and then just past the on-ramp was a road, was basically like the service road that kind of followed down and disappeared up into the mountain somewhere. So we kind of mentally put that in our head, or I mentally put it in my head, that was what we needed to do. So we get to the Texaco, and we fill up and everything, and we go to leave, and Uncle Ken's like, hey, do you mind if I drive for a little while? I'd like to drive. I said, sure. So I give him the key and everything, and we go down. And we get down to the bottom, and this road that kind of teetered off, like split off right before the on ramp. It threw us both. We both. I thought it was the on ramp. He thought it was the on ramp. So he takes this road, and we go, and it looked like it disappeared over the hill, and then went straight onto the highway. So we were both sure this was the on ramp. So anyway, we take that little road, and we go, we go down it, and it disappears down over the hill, and it turned off to the right, and the highway's over here. And I'm like, oh crap, what are we gonna do now? So we go down a little ways, and we're like, okay, we gotta make a U-turn. So we get to this, I want to say it was a church parking lot. Now, I've never publicly told this story because of what happened in the church parking lot. But anyway, we get into this parking lot. I don't know if it was a church or not. I've had trouble trying to find this place on Google Maps since then. I don't even know if it still exists. But anyway, it was a U-shaped parking lot and everything. So we pull in this parking lot. I'm like, oh, pull in here. If you do this, you can just back it up going this way, and then put the trailer backwards into the other U-shaped parking lot. We'll pull right out. And he's like, why would we do that? Why wouldn't we just go up here and just make a U-turn? And I was like, because you can't fit up there. And what it was there was enough room, more or less, to do the maneuver, but there was a minivan, like an old Dodge Caravan, like one of the early ones, you know, when they first came out with the Caravan. I just crossed into Colorado. Anyway, one of the very first, like, early Dodge minivans up there. And I said, there's not enough room. He goes, there's enough room. Like, there's not enough room. There's enough room. There's enough room. So, okay, if you think there's enough room, let's go up there. So we go up there, and sure enough, make the U-turn, right there, there's the van. It's in the way. And of course, nobody's there. It's like late at night. There were no other cars in the parking lot. There was just this van. That was it. And so I was like, okay, like, see, I told you there wasn't a whole lot of room. And he goes, I can get out of this. So he keeps, like, trying to back it up, and he can almost clear it, but he can't clear it. And so he was having to go forwards and backwards to kind of get to the point where he can clear it. We just couldn't clear it. And I'm looking around, and now he's even more jackknifed, and just basically anything he does just jackknifes the trailer even more. So I kind of just said, just hey, you need more room, and you know, I'd hate to have to call a tow truck to come, like, tow this minivan and blah blah blah. So we kind of fiddled around and everything, and finally I'm looking around, and I'm like, we need room. There's no question about the fact that we need room. We gotta have more room. There's no way that we can do this without more room. So I'm like, just do what I tell you to do. And he goes, okay. And I said, you know, directed him or whatever. Finally, I get him lined up. The trailer's straight behind him, and he's up against the curb on the opposite side where the trailer is. The trailer's up against the curb in this parking lot, and the bumper of the U-Haul truck is up against this minivan. And I'm just like, okay, back up straight. And he goes, I thought there wasn't room. I said, there's room. And he goes, are you sure? And it's dark, so he can't see what's back there. He doesn't know where the trailer's going. I said, yes, I'm sure. Just go straight back. And he goes, okay. And what I had done was I had identified that we needed more room, and we were gonna have to do something unfortunate. And that meant we had to put the trailer over the curb with the minivan on it. We had to put the trailer over the curb with the minivan on it, and into this, like, and basically into this garden that was in front of this place. So there was enough room if I could get him lined up to put the trailer between two trees that were standing there like this. So he slips the trailer in. So I back him up. He slips the trailer in between these two trees, and there was enough room to go forward again, and then to back the trailer up again in kind of an S curve into the garden over some pansies. You know, again, it's got a 3,000-pound minivan on it, so, and everything. I put the trailer in the garden, and then we pulled out of there, and I said, okay, I'm driving. That's what I'm doing from now on. I'm driving. And he goes, okay, that's fine. So he was like, all right, I don't want to drive anymore. I'm like, okay. So I get up in the truck and started driving, and I drove the rest of the way back to Dallas at that point. But anyway, so we get out of there. I'm like, real quick, take off, and I get down where we're supposed to turn, make the turn onto the on ramp or whatever, and just took off down the hill. And to this day, I have never heard a word about that. Whether or not anybody ever figured it out that somebody had put a U-Haul trailer in their garden or not. If somebody is watching this and figures out that it was me that put a U-Haul trailer in your garden, I apologize. But we were in desperate straits and needed to be able to get out of there. So anyway, so we get turned around and everything. We go down the hill, and we're both tired again. And it's been a long day. I've been fighting the truck, fighting the weather, been fighting everything. And he's just like, I need to stop. I'm tired. And I'm like, okay. That's why he says, I need a break. We need to do something. And so I said, okay. And we found a hotel or a motel or something, and kind of pulled in there. And for dinner that night, we went to Hooters. My uncle wanted to look at girls, and I wanted to look at girls too. And that's just the way it is when you're a guy. And so we went off to Hooters, and we got to flirt with a couple of cute women, and then we went back home and went to bed. And got up the next day and headed south. There is more to the story, but I have reached my 10-minute mark, and so I'm going to pause it here, and I will try to finish the story up again soon. or I'll add to the story again soon. But there's so much more to this story. It was such a good trip, and it was so funny. Like, I just think you guys are gonna enjoy it. Anyway, that's it. Keep shining side up. See you guys down the road.